Hi collective, welcome back to my channel. We are about relationships with ourselves first, okay? So we can identify healthy relationships outside of ourselves because we're managing our emotions. So we can identify our intuition because it comes with spiritual wealth, spiritual health, okay? But it comes from the essence of love, loving self, loving beings, okay? Loving others and loving God. And we have to love the planet, okay? Because the planet does co-create with us. It's us that need to learn to co-create with the universe. You could be a Queen of Pentacles. You could be a businesswoman, okay? You could be someone that is very practical on earth, okay? This is a woman that is very good at nurturing, okay? The planet, all right? Nurturing, okay, when it comes to her environment, right? She knows her wealth, okay? She knows her worth. And she knows how to align investments, okay? To help others and herself. She knows so much that she can give away so much and still have so much for herself, okay? Because now we're looking at the King of Swords. Maybe the King of Swords, he's looking directly at moving towards the Queen of Pentacles, okay? This is a masculine that knows information, all right? He knows how to transform, okay? He's a very analytical man, very strategic, okay? He doesn't use his emotions, all right? He's more head over heart, but he seems to be moving quite swiftly forward to a Queen of Pentacles, okay? This masculine could be a lawyer or just a King of Pentacles. He could have like degrees, law degrees, you know, but he's looking at Three of Swords. He's moving forward, always looking at transforming, okay, a heartbreak, all right? Maybe he's looking at the Queen of Pentacles as a heartbreaker because we're looking at sorrows of tomorrow, because it seems to be someone trying to be very mellow, but somebody wasn't mellow. Someone was very sorrow, okay, because I was throwing loads of swords at people, hurting, you know. Maybe his masculine is looking at a divorce lawyer, maybe, okay? Or he could be going within and it's all the truth about Queen of Pentacles, okay? The Hermit is all about going within, okay, and seeking clarity. Once you seek clarity within yourself, you can get information, all right, for a personal quest, okay, to seek the truth. Once you seek the truth, you can make major breakthroughs and to heal a broken heart. So the masculine has seen the truth, okay, maybe about Queen of Pentacles, and someone feels very sorrow into tomorrow, all right? Because someone keeps creating deliberate cruelty, okay? He wants to turn his back onto this Three of Swords, all right? Because he seems to be having it into his back, but he has to do his hermit. He has to have the time alone. This is when you have to do transformation on self, okay? Because now he seeks the soul. Once you seek the soul, you seek the self. Once you seek the self, you seek your purpose as well. And he seems to be saying, okay, on my back, I feel this heartbreak. Okay, I feel the winds of these words striking me at the back of my back with grief and sorrow, which I carry into tomorrow. He feels as if maybe he done a deal or a contract with a Queen of Pentacles, and it's become quite a sorrow thing to do. So now someone's seen the voice of the light, all right, because he's gone within to seeing the truth. He's had clarity. He's making major breakthroughs to make him go further into transformation, okay? He feels like he's been self-imposed because someone's looking at spiritual prison, okay? We're looking at God as well, being heartbroken about the truth, going within. Maybe someone saw the truth about God and now they're heartbroken because now they've gone within and seen the light and they've seen that they're going to spiritual prison, all right? Either spiritual prison, okay, or earth prison or spirit or mental prison, okay? We're looking at self-restriction, okay? Eight of Swords, all right, my lovely. It's all about entrapment, okay? It's about self-imposed restrictions, all right? Someone was restricted, okay, because someone has a heartbreak, because somebody needs to be isolated, because someone's looking at imprisonment, okay? Because now we're looking at a third-party person, a Queen of Pentacles, okay? Queen of Pentacles was looking at a third-party person for abundance, all right? So this King of Swords have seen the truth, all right? Queen of Pentacles, okay, was going within to see people, to create entrapments, all right? This could be Delilah. This could be the Black Widow, okay? He's looking at Four of Swords. He's been thinking about this third party energy, all right? He would like to rest, retreat, okay? He's seen the truth. The Four of Swords, like when you rest from a strife, okay, from a third-party person seeking abundance. This is when you go into the cousin of death, all right, and you study your dreams, all right. When you wake up, you study it with things outside of you as well, because this masculine, okay, someone's talking to God, or someone's had a realization, okay, that third-party person in our energy is God, okay. So now God has seen a third-party energy in a divine masculine, a divine feminine's energy, and it's the Queen of Pentacles. And now God is very heartbroken, okay? Because we're meant to go within to seek the truth. It wasn't meant to go within to seek the truth, to take people's abundance, to act like a third-party energy. So now we're resting, retreating, okay? Because someone's regenerating their heart, has to recover, okay? So someone's recovering from a heartbreak, okay? Because now they've got a different perspective about the spirit of God, all right? They've seen the Almighty, okay, the almighty powers of the waters, all right? Because now you see someone's gone within and seen their own unique self, okay? We've gone within, we understand that we can speak to God, we can communicate with God, okay? Because I have a communication with God all the time, and I like my silence, okay? I don't meditate, stuff like that. I just like to have general conversations. Say, like, if you're talking, all right, I'm silent because I'm listening. The same thing, vice versa, that we should do with God as well, all right? Someone's gone within and seen the truth about God, okay? We've seen the bare truth, okay, of our spirit, that we have to get rid of the ego, okay? We're looking at life, all right? We're looking at eternal life, looking at afterlife. We're looking at the birth of mother, okay, the spirit, okay, and body of the soul. Someone's got the wisdom and knowledge, because now we've got a bigger perspective about going within, all right? And then we've got two pathways from heaven and earth, okay? So someone's heartbroken because they've gone within and seen the truth. They've had their own clarity because they've done their own personal quest, okay? Someone's gone within and seen someone has multiple lovers, which is heartbreaking. And it is. So sometimes, even when I show my emotions, the good or the bad, I don't like showing my frustration. But sometimes when people think they can take the piss with you, okay, it's not about wrong and strong or fire with fire. It's all about just telling your truth, you know. You got to be mindful about your delivery, but someone's being very intellectual with their delivery over a heartbreak, over a choice of God's children's, of their divine love, all right? So we're looking at the children of the divine voice, okay? These lovers could be a Gemini person, Aquarius person. They've gone within and seen there was someone with multiple lovers, all right? That bring a restriction towards the children of divine voice, okay? This is when you go within and you get God's clarity, you get God's downloads from your dreams, and you interpret it back to the community, okay, so they can ascend joyfully to God. But unfortunately, when we went within, there was a third-party energy, all right, being very foolish, okay? So now that person being very foolish is now looking at a very shortened force, okay? That means the spirit at Esther. This means this person, we've taken the leap of faith with no baggage, no expectations, and we saw the wolf inside when we went within, okay? Someone that has multiple lovers and deliberately making trouble and cruelty because someone doesn't believe in God, all right? But God's trying to show that his children of the voice of divine, the voices of God that gets downloads, okay, is the Ace of Cups, the Holy Grail, right? That's the root of power, is our emotions, is love. It starts with self first, okay? Because before you come out the bed, you got to think of come out of the bed. Do you understand? All right, if you agree with me, press like. You have to think before you do things. So now we're thinking, all right, and we're trying to recover to bring in a new baby, new relationship, new proposals, new marriage, but through the children of the voice of divine, all right? Because we're looking at going within and getting our own clarity from the voice of the light. The voice of the light is the King of Swords. It's like God, all right? Or the King of Swords has gone within and seen his own voice of light, and that's to start in you, okay? Like with myself, I've seen my divine masculine. I call him the light in the dark, okay? So now maybe this masculine seen the light in the dark, all right, within himself, and he has no baggage, no expectations. So now he's taken the leap of faith, you know. He feels like He can use his intuition and not his sight. He can use his psychic gifts and not his sight. He feels more stronger within himself that he can use his gut feeling. Do you know what I mean? So he's got many avenues, all right? Some of us are very quite good at hearing. So some of you can have a very special power in hearing. Do you know what I mean? Or some of you can have a very special power when it comes to the thoughts. You can hear people's thoughts, all right? Or when it comes to emotions, maybe you're very good at energy. Someone's very good at studying energy. Like when you walk into a room, if it doesn't feel right, that's you, your soul, and God saying, get out. And your soulmates or your ancestors saying, it's time to leave. All right. So someone was ignoring their intuition, okay, about a third party person. So they had to go within and seek clarity. And that's recruiting yourself to say, do you know what? I'm signing up to healing. All right. So someone's resting. Okay, because now he's thinking of a new love or the sparkle of love, maybe of a water sign person, but someone's thinking of a love letter maybe, okay? Someone's learning about love, abundance, and how someone has gone within, okay, and pretended to be a lover for abundance, okay? It could be a lover like pretend to be a friend or pretend to be a business partner or pretend to be a supportive person. Now we understand that somebody was lying, okay? Because they bring a difficulty and a painful ending. First, it started off with, because 4 swords are here and 3 are there. So they're saying the heartbreak built up into 7 of swords. So now they understand their heartbreak, but was kind of like unknown, came from someone lying, stealing, cheating, someone masquerading as a friend. Okay, so now they feel self-imposed and restricted from their happiness. Why? Because they're around a friend, maybe because there's a contract involved, or because it was love. Someone's probably stuck or got Stuckman syndrome. Okay, I'm sure it's called Stuckman syndrome. It's like when your abuser abuse you so much, you end up staying with them anyway because you think it's natural, and it's not. Okay, so now this masculine understands that he was in a 7 of swords with a Queen of Pentacles, someone that was thieving, okay, and being very deceptive, someone acting like a friend, but they're trying to get away with it, okay? Someone's being very dishonest, all right? So they had a trace of betrayals, all right? So now this masculine's gone within and seen the truth of the almighty waters, which is his own feelings, all right? They say masculines shouldn't cry, okay? Masculines needs to cry. I'm sorry. If you don't cry, you're a pussy. I'm being blatant. You're a coward. If you don't cry, don't recognize your emotions, all of that, no. Don't listen to that old folk tales, man. It's a lie. They're setting you up, masculine, so you don't have your God head on. Do you know what I mean? Don't do that. Because now you're creating a 9 of swords, worries. You'll end up with worries, stress, and you end up fighting it in isolation on your own. And it's not good. Maybe my masculine wants to come from a long time and come and talk to me, but sometimes when I'm frustrated, yeah, I'll tell him about his clot on that email. I will, man. I'm human, you know. Yes, I'm a soul having a human experience, but I still got a heart, you know. The heart is the seat of the soul. You can't have it broken like that. You understand? So now someone's worried. Someone's up at night because now self-restriction has now become worries in the mind now. Someone's very stressed, okay, under the dress because now you've got 9 of swords. 9 of swords is all about nightmares, anxiety, grief, and the brief because someone was pressing the button of depression. Now, depression has become restriction, isolation, even mount to spiritual prison, earth prison, mental prison, all because somebody was looking for the Lord of Abundance. I want to be the Queen of Abundance, darling. You know, but they bring strife. There's no need to bring strife if you want abundance enough. Just work with God. That's it. Have faith in God. This is where the fool comes in. Enough people say, I'm a fool. I get it, because they can't see beyond the illusion, their own delusion. Why? Because someone lies, that's deception. Deception creates illusions, isn't it? So everyone's being deceptive because of one person. Queen of Pentacles. Now everyone's being deceptive to themselves. Why? Because of one fucking lie. One lie that looks real. They're not living in reality. So now we're looking at taking the leap of faith, all right? Away from this restriction by using your intuition. You have to use your intuition, as you'll be stuck. You'll be stuck, man, because you'll think it's real. It's not. It's not, babubs. It's not collective. You've got to have a different perspective. All right, because there's too much sorrows in tomorrows. And God didn't create us to bring in sorrows or to deal with sorrows or to feel like sorrow is a part of love. Do you know what I mean? Someone likes struggle love. That's just some people. They get that. They're fascinated. They get that. I don't know. What's it called? They get not fixated, but they get like a buzz from it. Adrenaline from it. Do you know what I mean? Because now you're looking at a 4 of Cups. Now the 4 of Cups is understanding that the foundation of this heartbreak is what somebody was playing with someone's feelings. Somebody was playing with someone's abandonmentship issues. Okay, and somebody was playing with someone's special gift, a surprise gift that was handed from God. That's the 4 of Swords. It's when God hands you a surprise gift. But somebody was so focused on a third party energy because of a lie, they did not see this gift. So you've got to be careful of people, things, and places around you. Some people might think, oh, my life is not developing. Yeah, because somebody could be lying in your energy and you're living in a tell-lie vision. Someone's programming your mind to channel the way they're thinking. Do you understand? So they play on the emotions. So now the emotions, okay, has now become an iceberg of 3 swords in someone's heart. Okay, so someone's heartbroken. Okay, maybe a Cancer person with a third party energy. All right, maybe the third party energy as well is heartbroken. Okay, because now you've got feelings in the way. All right, somebody was pleasure seeking. Because now we see the truth. We've gone within. All right. And someone sees a 4 of Cups, you know, an unwanted feeling. And an unwanted feeling is a heartbreak, sorrows into tomorrows, you know, creating rows of depression, stress under the dress and brief in the grief of the brief. It's too much. So when you're briefing for business, it's not coming from an authentic, genuine self. So some people might be getting disappointments, you know. You got to tell the truth, man. Don't worry about money. You know what? People don't understand. A lot of people like the truth. Regardless if they like it or not. Why do you think Simon Cowell's so big? Whether they like it or not. Simon Cowell or even bloody Trump, whether he's right or wrong, he just says it. Even if he looks stupid, he just says it. And look how much people follow him. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. His truth comes from a very illiterate place, but do you know what I mean? I shouldn't really use those as an example, but I hope you know what I mean, you know? When you lie, man, we're living in an illusion. And it's not right. This chosen lover, he's heartbroken. Could be a Libra person, but he's heartbroken over a Libra person. He's heartbroken about a friendship. He's heartbroken about maybe a contract. Or even maybe heartbroken how he dealt with himself, because you have to have a good relationship with yourself. And maybe he feels I didn't have a good relationship with myself. If I can introduce myself to a person like Queen of Pentacles, I should have just said hi and bye, cast it and left it. Now I've casted a curse onto myself, and now my divine feminine is cursing me out. Now I've got sorrows into tomorrows. One left ear is the devil when I wake up with it in the morning, yang, yang, yang. Then I got the divine feminine. I say, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Which way do I go? All right. So someone is looking at a situation where they feel like the sex was unfulfilled because they went for a Taurus person or went for work or focused on work. Okay. Because what you sow is what you reap. All right. So now someone's looking at a stagnation, a difficulty. Okay. Because now they understand that there's delays within someone's success. Somebody wants to restore peace. All right. When it comes to the children of the voice of the divine, the divine. We're looking at justice, all right, for the daughter, all right, of the Lord of Truth, an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person, all right? They are the scale, okay, of God's divine children, all right? It's called balance. Everyone thinks they're just in the halls, all right, of truth. No, it's the halls of truth and love, all right, because you need the balance, okay? The masculine, okay, is the heart, okay? And the other side is the feather. And the feather is, your heart has to be as light as a feather. Why? Because you get intuitive messages. Okay? It's like a metaphor for a bird. Bird sends us beautiful music in the morning. It brings us messages. you know? Like, for instance, one time, me and my children's dad had a little bit of a fallout, right? And I thought to myself, I wonder if I would hear from him again. And the birds went tweet, 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 but it interpreted to me to say, yeah, he will. And that's what I heard. And I said, for real. And it went tweet, tweet, tweet. And I heard, yeah, for real. And then next minute, the phone rang. But the display of my picture on my phone was upside down. So I couldn't see he was ringing. So I said to myself, is that him? All right. The bird said, yeah, but it was tweet, tweet, tweet. When I turned it over and I answered it, guess who it was? Their dad. The masculine was on the phone, you know? Yeah, I'm telling you, we are really connected, all right? So this is why it looks kind of weird to people, that how can someone that I haven't seen for 12 or 13 years know my whole fucking life? Do you know what I mean? It's weird because we're all connected. So her one lie, Queen of Pentacles lie, affected my life and she doesn't even know me. That's how deep one seed of a lie can interrupt a whole generation. One fucking lie. It could have been a small lie that's now created a big mountain. It could be mountains until we got bridges that are broken between countries, nations, neighbors, you name it. One lie enough. Imagine me and this person's never met. I've never met her on the TV. I've never met her in a magazine. I've never met her nowhere but in my dreams. Why? Because I was connected to Adiwali by energy. I know him. So we're all connected. This is why I don't like lying, man, because you don't know who you're affecting. You don't know who you're affecting. And you don't even know that person. But it affected me, my children, my generation. You don't know how it's affected us. That one lie that somebody wants of an abundance. And we don't even know each other. That's how much we are connected. This is why I showed you the energy of the birds. We are so connected to nature and to people, things, and places. I don't think you'll understand. We are energy. We are energy. We're such energy that we're disconnected. Because if I'm telling you I see God and there's not one person on my table, who are you not following? The devil. We've got two energies in our left, right. When you go into a kitchen, how many lights do you turn on? Exactly, on or off. Simple. So they're off from the divine's path. They're not on divine's pathway. Simple. They're more pleasure seeking, you know, and spiking people's drinks like my divine masculine. I'm irritated with him, yeah, but his strength, man, is I'm more in both. Life is about balance, isn't it? I'm insulted for the way he dealt with me in the end, and I'm disappointed in him because who I met, he was amazing. I'm not going to lie. And then when I see the soul, it's like, whoa, who the fuck is this earth person then? It's not matching. It's not matching, bro. It's not matching. It's not matching. Because that bitch over there is doing something. Queen of Pentacles, she's doing something. And God said, not to my son. You're mad. So this chosen lover, this third party person, they're looking at restrictions, looking at isolation. Yeah, that someone's doing some blunt talking, an air sign person, maybe a Leo person, because they're looking at their legacy, they're looking at their inheritance. Someone's pocket watching, so it became a battle. Someone's bringing a challenge, a rival. It could be a past energy, or it could be someone that's familiar with this water sign person, with a Scorpio or Pisces person. But it's in his insight though. And he knows he's built a foundation that was wrong. I'm telling you, man, as much as I'm so pissed with him, that man's too fucking intelligent, man. His soul is so fucking heavy. I feel he knows. He knows. He knows. I know he knows. But my ego sometimes as well, I just want to cuss it out, man. I don't like disrespect. Do you know what I mean? But in a way, he didn't disrespect me because it's his purpose. He's here for a reason. He's here for a reason. He had to be in Hollywood for a reason. You know what it is as well? Because I feel like Hollywood is a massive influence of how we operate in day-to-day life, all right? Because images is a massive influence. Vision is an influence. Television programs the mind, you understand? To program the mind in someone's ideology. I feel he had to be there. He has to be there to show Hollywood, man, you lot are bad influence, and God is coming now. God is coming because you lot fucked up the nation. He had to be there. He maybe had to feel like over time out of place. He had to feel, because he's not supposed to fucking be there. He's too strong, man. He's too powerful for them people. So someone's blocking, or someone's trying to block a tower moment. Someone's trying to block this tower moment, an earth sign person. But then after this tower moment, after this bankruptcy, somebody's going back into the King of Pentacles. But it's got to be reliable to oneself and bring love and contentment to oneself and balance out away from the devil. Do you understand? Capricorn person, you know, and create your own universe, because someone's looking at the great one of the night of time. Yeah, the great. I'm telling you, if you ever see Adiwali's soul in her, that's what I'm telling people, go within, man. If you don't believe me, go within. Because now we're looking at maybe a Taurus and a Leo person. They're in a clash, man. They're in a clash. These two not supposed to be. They're not supposed to be. They're not supposed to be. That's his fate, you know. That's his end. If he stays there, he's not coming out alive. I tell you that for nothing. He's not going to come out the same. He won't. This man will be gone. But at the same time, he's meant to be there to make him see how strong his soul is, how more powerful he is to everyone in that fucking Hollywood place. I saw him. I saw his soul. I don't care what anyone says. He's a very powerful person. But from the soul of the self, and this bitch over here is being a Delilah. Yeah, last judgment. There you go. Told you. Judgment day's here. God's coming. I keep telling these people, you know, start investing in yourself. Because now they went into a Taurus person, and a King of Swords feels like the Lord of Unsuccessful. Yeah, the Lord of Unsuccessful. Yeah, the Lord of Success. Unfulfilled. Unfulfilled success, man. Unfulfilled. See, people shouldn't do that. If you lot really want abundance, man, it's diversity is the power. You know, it's like Lionheart. 5 people did that. 1 person got the credit. I believe that would have been a big movie, man. It would have been bigger. But it's people, isn't it? It's people, man. It's that bitch over there. She's too fucking greedy. The Lord of Abundance. That's what she wants. She wants a Lord of Abundance. She don't care about you lot's emotions. She just wants to be beside a Lord of Abundance. Oh gosh, because she wants to be in a palace, darling, flooded with everything, dear. The princess of fucking palace, whatever. Genevieve, Niger, go sit down, go find your mother and father. Watch when you're Nigerian people find out you do rituals. You won't be trolling them about your age, baby. Because I've seen it, man. They don't like rituals and that. Nah, man, I saw it. I saw it online with one incident with a motel, man. Some man had a motel. I'm not going to go into that because it was underage stuff that was going on. But they were really highlighting about the ritual. They reckon he done a ritual on the boy. And I was thinking, well, what's when they find out what Genevieve done then? That she plays with dark spiritual practices. She's fucked. So she's probably trying to get as much money as she can to probably give a little inheritance to her grandson or something, because her life is over. She knows this. She knows this, man. She knows this. She's not stupid. She just doesn't have no fucking common sense. All right, Queen of Pentacles. A businesswoman, all right? Very nurturing woman, meant to be. Juggling, there you go, fucking juggling. Money confusion. Yeah, juggling, man. Juggling people's ideas, all right? She's got ideas juggling around in that fucking madded. Yeah. Now she's confused. All glitter is not gold when it comes to Genevieve Niger, man. She's juggling. She's wiring. She's putting money abroad. You name it. She's using people's money for traveling. You name it. Just to look like she's independent and that. She's lying. She's lying. And she's seen a third-party person, a water sign person, helping her as well. It's a lie, man. So now we're looking at God, or we're looking at King of Swords, all right? King of Swords is looking at the rise, a pay rise. We're on God wages. Let me tell you, we're on God wages, and that's what she wanted. But she tried to steal God's. She tried to use God as a charity fund. Really, God said, "Go sit down, go find your blood clot, daddy. That's what you need to go and do." Yes, you need to go and do that. I'm sorry, you're not finessing my dad. My God, you're mad. So now this King of Pentacles, King of Swords is looking at a pay rise. He's looking at his money, salary. Because now he's had the winds of truth hit him. And it's really heartbroken that he gave, like, he was working and giving to a Queen of Pentacles. He's very heartbroken, and God's heartbroken that the Queen of Pentacles went and took his ideas and information that went to an air sign person and made money from it. So God is heartbroken about this situation. So now when you go within, you'll see this situation when you go and find your own truth, okay? Because now you'll see someone is in spiritual prison. I've seen spiritual prison. And trust me, you know the lady that done Pamela Coleman Smith? She gave me her heart, you know. She did. Because God wanted to show me what downstairs looks like. So I had my heart and her heart. She really did try with the cards to help us out, you know. And I'm telling y'all, when I woke up, oh my goodness, I wouldn't wish that on my worst fucking enemy. I wouldn't. I fucking wouldn't. And we don't have two hearts, babe, in one. We only got one. If you want two hearts and abundance, you better find God. Correct your flaws. And do it fast and idolize God only. We're not meant to be idolized, and that's where they're going wrong. They're looking to be idolized. But the message is supposed to be you're meant to idolize God only. But they went into this frenzy of, oh, look, I got a pay rise now. I got a salary coming in because someone gets downloads from God, but they don't believe in God. They just thought it was downloads for Miss Queen of Pentacles to go and get money from it, from someone's information. But the information was actually downloaded through someone, and it was from God, you know. So now God's heartbroken, or I'm heartbroken because it was me. And I gave ideas to a fire sign person because God told me to. One day he woke me up. I haven't seen Nadie for 8 years before that. 6, 7, 8. I ain't seen him 8 years before that. And it's nearly 6 years, you know, trying to tell him the truth, to go within and find his own truth. Take time out, be alone. But you got an obsessive person that acts like they're free, single, independent, but she's not. She's stalking. Miss Queen of Pentacles is stalking. So now we have a situation where somebody was given sparkling ideas that gave someone energy. This is when you go back in certain things, you know, you hear, I tell you, when people say, I broke my silence, I haven't been around for 5 years. These people are they just think people are gullible, man. King of Swords, all right, he's looking at maybe giving an equal give and take. He's looking at new love. He's learning about studious love. He's being quite studious when it comes to love. Okay, he's gone within and seen his own personal truth to give him his own peace of mind. It's a single journey. This is why you got the 9 of Pentacles. It's a single journey. So someone's got the sparkle of God within them because now they've got a bigger perspective because he's gone within and done a soul journey. All right, because the 9 of Pentacles is all about the soul journey as well. It's about giving you that peace of mind and contentment that you can be self-reliant. All right, you can be self-sufficient. So you don't give people their burdens and you don't feel like a burden, and then you end up bringing that devil energy because everyone's looking for that dog eat dog. Do you know what I mean? Just want that abundance, to be that Lord of abundance. So this master's gone within himself, all right? Maybe a fire sign person has seen this Lord of sorrow, which is God. Maybe he saw God's broken heart because now you've got the Lord of sorrow. So maybe this masculine is now turning his back to a Taurus person at work when it comes to the Pentacles. Now he's looking maybe at a single situation and seeing his own voice, the voice of light, okay? So he's gone within, maybe he's seen a single person, that's a Gemini woman, or he's looking at himself, okay? Or he's leaving an earth sign person on their own. Because now someone's gone within and find their own peace of mind by doing self-reflection, self-development, right? Looking at self-reflection more deeply, okay, so you can cover yourself in the blood of God. Do you understand? So the whole of yourself is illuminated from within so that you can have the love from in yourself, okay? Because now Venus, the planet, is working in you, okay? Because you can see she's wearing the Venus planet on her. So that means she's got love in her, all right? And the masculine's got the chameleon. That means he can transform in many ways. And this is what I love about Addy. He can really transform in so many different looks as well, because he's magical, man. He just needs to be his truth, his love, and he transforms so beautifully, you know, in so many different ways. So now you're looking at maybe someone's seen the Lord of Light within oneself. So it's giving them the peace of mind away from restrictions. But it seems like an earth sign person is going to spiritual prison on their own with a water sign person. But they're too stupid, man. They're foolish, man. Foolish. You can't ask somebody if God real after you committed the crime. You can't control God, you know. There's one person you can't bribe, baby. You can't go to your daddy and say, can I marry someone and get a bride price? You can't bribe to God, my darling. It's impossible. Go within. Someone's doing the hermit, all right? Someone's in the light within themselves. You can do transfer. This is the soul. You hold on to the soul. You allow the soul to grow. Someone felt like they was probably out in the cold, all right? But no, don't be frosty, all right? Just illuminate all that love within yourself, okay? You got the wisdom. You got the light in you. Just keep going. It might be darkness, sorrow. Do you know what I mean? You might be going through a little bit of a patch where you feel like there's no ending. But there is. The light's there. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel. That's what we're trying to say. All right? So now we're looking at the Lord of Shortened Force. Okay? It was a shortened... Well, it was short. 12 years or 5 years or 8 years is short compared to the spiritual world. All right? So now we have a situation. Maybe a Leo person has found their happiness. Okay? Or they're happy looking at this person that's been restricted for a while, and maybe he feels like an air sign woman, okay, is guiding, okay, their soulmates. He feels he wants to probably marry this person. He feels happiness, but somebody was restricted from happiness and marriage and a brighter perspective when it comes to prosperity, all of that. Because when you seek the light in you, do you understand, right? You are protected from outside forces naturally. All right, because now you're on the seat of the soul, the spirit of God, okay? Because while you're wrapping spirituality within yourself, with his love and truth, do you know what I mean? And answering questions about life, unpeeling life, you know? So someone feels like they were restricted from happiness. Why? Because they were focused on a third-party person, the Queen of Pentacles. So now they feel like they missed out on the hand of God, all right, which was a surprise, which is a tarot reader, okay, or someone that's the divine feminine. Okay, so now someone feels regrets because now they're under the tree of knowledge and wisdom. All they got to do is pour that love within themselves, the knowledge and the wisdom, okay, and then come out of the Four of Cups, all right? Four of Cups, someone feels unfulfilled, very unfulfilled. Maybe the Queen of Pentacles tried being a tarot reader, but secretly ain't working. It's not working. You have to be initiated, like I was in my dream. I was initiated. I know the process. I know I can't lie to you when it comes to my tarots. It's mine. I invented it. That's my first invention when I came here to Earth, you know, was the tarot reading. Yeah, I invented it. I'm Aquarius. I'm the invention. I'm the pioneer person. So back in my lifetime, I invented the tarot cards. All right. God told me, pick up your tarots. He washed it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. And now we're using the tarot and we don't charge. Someone said to me yesterday, a gentleman yesterday at the shop, he said, why don't you charge? I said, why? If I put a price on it, that means people that need healing, that can't afford things, they will never give it a second guess. Do you know what I mean? You can do donations, but I don't ask. I don't really care. It's down to your heart, really, you know? And then he said, that's really beautiful. I said, yeah, because everyone deserves to heal. It's about healing. You can't put a price on healing. Do you know what I mean? But this bitch did. Genevieve Nigel did. Oh, yeah. That little purse pussy over there in the corner. So someone's happy. Someone's going to spiritual prison. Anyway. Someone's seen the soul of the self. Okay. Because now we're looking at judgment. Someone's been judged. Okay. About a third-party person. A decision's been made. This person wants to be the Lord of Abundance. Okay. This Queen of Thorns. All right. Queen of Thorns, not a good person. She's got too much thorns, all right? Thorns of prawns. You're not allowed to eat prawns as well, by the way. It's a shellfish. So that's a metaphor that the Queen of Pentacles is a shell. Because I heard in my dream as well. Oh, yeah, I did. Adiwali Ikinma Bardi fucks shells. All right? Newsflash on Raw 22. Never mind. The Emperor. He really is the real Emperor. So when they wake up and they go within, they find out that that's God's son, the real Emperor. Hollywood, you're fucked. So you lot better be thinking, because I saw God's head come out that sky. God said he's coming. In up to our last week, we have to start idolizing God only. You're not meant to be making stars into idols. It's wrong. It's wrong. And then you create these fans to be fanatics. You're taking them people down. The Pied Piper. These people are wrong, man. You're meant to tell them, we can spread our gifts. We can spread our gifts. It could be performance, it could be singing, it could be writing. But at least tell the people in your messages, don't idolize me. You have to idolize God, as you're losing your soul that way. We can have fun, because God wants us to have fun, but have fucking respect for the planet, people, things, and places. Just fucking have respect. Pour that love into yourself. Someone's looking at new love. Someone's thinking about a new love. Maybe a water sign person. He's looking at securing his own emotions. All right. He wants to do a helping hand. Maybe he feels like he's in sorrow because he gave a helping hand to a Taurus person. Not just resources. You're giving people your emotions. Emotions is a lot, you know. Remember, the emotions with the water is around the heart. Do you know what I mean? All right. Oh, that reminds me, I had a dream, one of my first dreams back in September 2020. I saw this beautiful ocean. Beautiful. There's this big window in front of me. And I can see a huge lion in the middle of this beautiful ocean. And me and my daughter, we were like clapping like, yeah! Because we can see a figure, a heart flowing back to the lion. It was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. Telepathically connected to Adewale Kunwe body. That's why. The lion. And that's why she knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing because she made Lionheart. She knows what she's doing. She can't hold it to herself. So she puts it in movies, how she really feels. The Lionheart killer. It was all about being abundance, rich, want to be better than the masculine, all of that. I haven't really watched the movie. I don't want it because it just doesn't, the title does not match to her foolishness. The lion does not conquer, looking to conquering fucking money. That's a dead fucking lion, bro. That's not a lion, that's a poodle. It's a poodle, man. It's a poodle. Coming out difficulties, King of Swords, coming out difficulties, Gemini masculine, coming out difficulties. His mind's come to rest, and now he understands the foundation of his heartbreak, all right? He's got wish fulfillment, he's been meditating, all right? He's done solitude, okay? And now he's gone within, and maybe he's thinking about a water sign person or an air sign person, okay? And he's gone within, he's made a decision, he's had his clarity, he's gone within. When you go within, all right, God does give you your dreams come true. Just use your intuition, water the soul, because behind is God preparing us. I had that in my dream as well. You know, I had God's voice saying, friend, I'm preparing you, you know. And I feel like now I see the 9 of Cups, I feel like God's doing the same thing to many of us if we use our intuition. God is preparing our table behind us, okay? Because it's behind the intuition, something you cannot see. So you can be stable when it comes to your abundance. So you can feel more like nourishing, okay? So now someone's feeling smug or pleased with themselves. God's feeling pleased. Why? Because he sent his pit bull out. Me, I guess. Oh gosh, I love you, God, so much. Yeah, there you go. Air sign person that sent a message to a fire sign person. So now you have sparkling ideas, sparkling divine ideas, okay? The children of the voice of divine, okay? They've gone within. Maybe they're single, all right? Maybe they've gone within. They've seen the truth. And now we're hearing the truth. Because someone is in sorrow because they've got a different perspective when they use their emotions, all right? To understand the intuition. We're reading the room. Cancer. Deception. Delays. When it comes to God's sparkling ideas with a Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles had deception, all right? They're going to be having to face the shadow of self. They didn't want to do the cleanup. They wanted the cleanup in the bank instead. They're not accountable for their actions. All right. She's not responsible. So now we're looking at deception, at receptions. Someone bring delays. All right. Of lays, of people pleasing, barking up the wrong tree, all of that. Someone is deceiving themselves. Why? Because you're around someone that is very deceptive. And when someone is lying, stealing, cheating, and playing on people's emotions, guess what happens? Deception plus deception means self-deception. So now we're looking at the lover, Gemini person, the Empress. The children of divine voice. Okay. She saw this deception at these receptions of someone's fulfillment. Now we've made a clear decision. Someone's been judged in the spiritual world. All right. When it comes to the soulmates. Because the Sun card is also soulmates, okay? Maybe someone's going for a divorce, or somebody wants to marry a very stable woman that's grounded, okay? She's balanced. He feels like he can give it equal give and take. It's someone he's always wanted, a figure like that. Perfect woman, perfect wife, when it comes to children as well. Maybe someone was looking at a problem, so now they've looked within themselves. They've seen an illusion that was a delusion, because someone's under lunacy. So now someone feels they can take a leap of faith now, a new beginning towards their real legacy, okay? Because God is our legacy as well, you know. Don't wait for reparations. Let your ancestors learn so much. And what, you think they can't rain down like rain? Come on, man. Trust me, I'm going to write a book as well. How to identify when your ancestors are throwing something on the floor. You pick it out and you put it together and that's yours, all right? If you're in a stuck situation, I'm going to write about as well as how you come out of your stuck situation by using your intuition, okay? There's many different ways you use your intuition, or there's many different labels when it comes to like telepathic gifts. There's many. I've got loads, you know what I mean? One of my gifts is dreaming. One of my other gifts is tarot reading. One of my other gifts is art. All right, I can probably, through art or I don't like to tell this one, but open mind, my eyelids. Even though my eyelids are closed, I can do a whole movie just by closing my eyes and focusing on my eyelids. I can see a whole vision of things going on. And we all can do that. We all can do that. Just walk away from people, things, and places, because we're all magical. There's nothing to do with voodoo, doo-doo. Nothing to do with that. Love and truth in us is very powerful. But my masculine, he holds so much love, you know. If you ever see how powerful his soul is, it's mad. It's crazy. I'm so proud of him, but he gets on my nerves. His ego gets on my nerves. So now, right, I'll tell you another dream, actually. It just popped into my head. I had a dream once. I saw Addy once in a dream years ago. And we were talking, and he goes, oh, I got to go for half an hour. Maybe went for a bit quickie, maybe with somebody. Secret lovers, eh? Hey, secret lovers. Where's that lover card gone? Is it this one? Oh, anyway, secret lovers somewhere. Secret lovers, there you go. He has a secret lover, an earth sign person. All right, secret lover, but it was a deception. Anyway, he said, can you come back in half an hour? I was like, all right then. I went off into a dream. And I was with a group of people, it's like we're socializing or partying, you know. And my mind said, half an hour, it's half an hour now. And then next minute I was in another dream and I could see him. And it was like, you really came back? And I was like, yeah, I did. And then we both walked off. I told you, you know. You see them two souls, Verena Adele and Nadi Wali Abaji. Them two, they inspire me, man. If she can be like that, imagine who I can be. Imagine who we can be. We can be so much more. It's amazing. Oh my God, the way he maneuvers, people don't, it's illusion. If you feel stuck in the mind or isolated or whatever, it's an illusion, man. Use your intuition. It is beautiful. You should see the masculine. Go within, man. If people don't believe, go within. Just go within. All believers will go within, man. There you go, King of Wands. Oh, you're big head, man. Cha. Fire sign, Knight of Wands, Leo person, Aries person, looking to rush in towards the Empress, Gemini person, the children of the voice of the divine. What I tell you, Aquarius, and a Leo person. But this buffoon over here, She don't know nothing, man. She don't know nothing. She made the worst decision of her life. Worst decision of her life. Worst. I hope she can come to peace with herself, though. I really do, boy. She don't need it. What she needs to do is right her wrongs, man. I don't know the answer to everything. She needs to go right her wrongs. That decision that she made is pending in in heaven. All right. And the only decision that can be made is under these circumstances when it comes to the Lord of Abundance. She needs to go back and tell everybody the fucking truth. That's what she needs to do. Doesn't matter what she did or she didn't do. It's called repent. She's got no choice. No choice, man. Everything she took, she got to give it back to the fire sign. Hey! What did I say? Told you. I'm not chatting shit, you know. The Emperor. She has to give it back. She has to give it back. Even if all her family put money together, I don't give a fuck. She's got to give it back. She's got to give it back. Everything. Everything she took and everything he gave willingly, she has to give it back. She's got no choice, man. She needs to be gagged as well in court. That's what she needs to be. Gagged. All them liquor-dicker days ain't gagging that mouth enough because she gossips too much. Painful ending. It was painful ending for God, and she was looking for a painful ending for the Emperor. She was looking for unalivement or ending. Do you know what I mean? Of his resources. That was their wish fulfillment. A Taurus's wish fulfillment. For stress under the dress. Lord of despair and cruelty. So when you hear me get frustrated on there, don't judge. Don't judge, man. Because until you lot go through it, man, or you're the first set of people going through it, because it's a new kind of light going back to it, and it's something new. It feels new, but it's old to us. We've got to learn to unlearn, to learn again about intuition, going back to our authentic self, all of that. He's the Emperor, whether you lot like it or not. But I don't really care. I don't debate with none of you lot. I don't care, because God's head is coming. You lot can argue with God, all right? So now we're looking at 9 of Swords. Stress under the dress. Stress. Why? Because they backstabbed God. What for? A Wheel of fucking Fortune. And a King of Cups. Took that leap of faith. Planting that foundation with Earth sign person. Someone's going to get an element of surprise though. Oh yeah, money fluctuation up and down. Yep. And something was offered. And he's looking at, maybe I should never have took it. Oh yeah, being offered something you may not want. And now it's a foundation for. Why? Because the Higher Priestess is here now, and they're worried about this air sign person, the soulmate of the Leo person, and God, because justice is here, the truth of this pathway. But when we went within, and we worked so hard on healing, that we saw the wounded warrior, Adiwali. He's looking at securing his own. He secures his own emotions. Maybe he had a helping hand. He helped someone, and they just took his emotions, man, and just played with abandonment issues. It's fire sign person. But he's looking at new beginning though, new ideas. After a Capricorn lied, heartbreak. Someone's looking at wanting to win at any cost. But I'm going to tell you, Queen of Pentacles, man, is never far from the fucking devil. Let me tell you, the blood clout pick-me is a fucking devil. She's a fucking true life fucking devil. You know devils as well, Duppy. In Jamaica, you know, they always say, when the Duppy's there, you must tell it about his blood clot. The Duppy don't like to be told what to do. Duppy don't like people being rude back to them. You understand? The Duppy, Genevieve Niger, the liar. Now the devil's heartbroken. And the look upon Genevieve Niger. That's why she can't sleep alone. Queen of Wands looking at maybe defending, being a spy. Maybe trying to defend her marriage of lovers. I don't know, man. Queen of Swords, man. You're going into your legacy, baby. Took time. Came with a battle. But you come with a victory. Yep. Ending that madness, man. Ending that conflict, bro. Madness. Someone tried to end your victory. No, don't think so. Emperor, Empress on the table. Who don't like it? Oh, well. Oh, well, man. Oh, well. Now we're looking at improvements on the way. After a conflict with a Leo person. Now he's looking at victory now. With a different perspective. Oh boy, stress under the dress when it comes to the Emperor stabilizing, okay, or stabilizing his influence when it comes to letting people know he gets information from God, because that's like a soul, like a soul tribe giving you stuff. But apparently, when it comes to giving generosity, it was one-sided. Because you can see all the money went to a Queen of Pentacles. Why? Because she was stealing it. She was getting it willingly. She was using deception to get it. She was using manipulation to get it. Do you know what I mean? So a lot of things were off scale. This is why there's a judgment on this person. They're under judgment. Judgment is here in spiritual court. She's in judgment, ma'am. And now you're looking at frustration when it comes to money, up and down. Someone was being offered something they shouldn't have taken. And now they're in regret and despair after this cruelty they've done towards a Gemini person, Libra person, Aquarius person, secretly as well. Some of the stuff that she did, the Emperor don't even know, because in my dream as well, I saw Genevieve Nigel fighting me and running behind Adiwali behind his back. So some things he doesn't even know. Some things he doesn't even know, man, that she's done. There you go. You got to think about it. You got to rest, man. Talk to God. The only way you can see the deception. Someone's really sick. A Libra or a Cancer person. They're just sick people. Sick. Why? Because of what they've done. The sorrows are going into their tomorrows now. Now it's blended, isn't it? What goes around comes around. Come, I don't care who you are. So someone needs to take time out and rest. Maybe this King of Swords is resting, or the Emperor is resting and he's talking to the Empress. That's what happens, you know. His soul was scattered everywhere due to deception. So now the Empress comes in and she's holding the truth and she opens him up and she starts molding his soul back together again so he can take the heartbreak out. Because where's the heartbreak? Up here. So can you see now? Once you have God in your life, all right, the Four of Swords is about resting and healing from a broken heart, from deception. Now it's raising up, coming out now of the heart. Why? Because you hold on to the truth. Once you go into the cousin of death, study your visions, your images, all right, okay? Because when you come out the coffin is your bed. You've got the truth. The hand of God's giving you the truth. All right, so you can rest your broken heart that came into sorrow from all about tomorrow. You understand? But now tomorrow's sorrows is gone back to Genevieve Nigel. She just added more fucking sorrow into her life. Why? Because she's a shallow person. She doesn't believe in God. She don't believe in God. She thinks she does. She lies that she does. What? Because she got 1 or 2 little pennies. How did you get your pennies though? Deception. So it's not through God, is it? No, it's not. When you don't lie, steal, cheat, be betrayal and all that, and say, oh, thank you, God, you're blasphemy now. When you blatantly know you've got your resource or abundance through lying, stealing, cheating, masquerading as a friend, you got to leave God's name out your mouth. You're going to be punished for it. I think people need to clean their foot. That's one thing. I didn't really devote myself to church like that. Because I swear, man, I'm not going to lie, I swear. Do you get what I mean? Like, you know, I wasn't ready for church. I was like, nah, man, I swear too much. I respect God and all that. But for me to put myself in a group of people to add my negativity into the hypocritical church, I'm not adding to that. I'm not adding to that. I'm not doing that. I'm in my own world, bro. I'm in my own world, man. I beat to my own drum. That's me, man. And I don't drink no rum. We're working on a delay. All right? Or somebody was working on a delay. Okay? On purpose. But somebody's working to restore peace. Maybe with the Empress, the child of divine voice. Okay? Because now we're looking at working. Okay? Maybe people at work want to work with the divine masculine and divine feminine. All right? They need to have some fucking respect, man. I'm going to let them know anyway. They're going to know. Ramp with me, they're going on the thumbnail. Because that thumbnail will be growing. Oh yeah, I don't rush nothing. Give it a year, give it 2. I've only been here 6 months. Oh yeah, give it time. Give it time. Give it time. Whether I talk to my masculine or not, people know. Disrespect my masculine, I'll come in the middle of the night in your dream and I'll deal with you. That's how much power God's given me. Do you understand? Because I can go within. I've been studying this from a child. We're doing it from a child. People phone me and say, V, you know, you came into my gym and told me don't do that. That's how much power I have. So these people think, oh my gosh, you voodoo, voodoo, doo-doo. No, I work for God, baby. I work for God. God allows me to go into people's dream and hear what you're talking about, like I'm in a third way communication. Everyone can do that. Everyone can do that. Just find that self-love, that unconditional love for yourself. Have that self-respect for yourself. Have that courage to seek your unique self. And don't let no one tell you nothing. No one can ever tell me Adiwali's not the emperor. You're mad. And try and call him Wally around me as well. I'll tell you about your mother Clark too. Oh my gosh, you're feminine. She must be a divine feminine, darling. Well, step on my wife's toe and you'll see about it. She's not no pussy, you know. I ain't hiding for no one. I don't look for validation from no one. It's God who I fear, you know. I fear God only, man. That's my biggest fear, is God. Always has been. There you go, Earth Angel. Earth Angel, last judgment, spiritual. It's our last judgment. I told them, God's coming in our lifetime. It's our last judgment. God's given us so much chances over and over again. But you look, we'll blame God. Oh, God killed the children. God killed this. God killed that. It's nonsense. But God has the power to stop it. Well, God ain't got no power to stop you. Why? Because you're powerless. You're not in the energy aligned with God. How can God help you? We're not aligned with God. That's why God said, don't touch. This is why they said under the tree in my dream, when I saw the wizard. Oh my gosh, the wizard like this. He said, pick up your tarot. Because he was playing with tarot under the tree. And I was like, what are you doing? I was at a table just like this as well. It felt like Alice in Wonderland, man. Like I was in the forest or something. So I went towards this tree. And they were like, I was like, what are you doing? I want to learn that. And then he went into my left ear, which is near to my heart. And he said, the tarot is very dangerous. It's very dangerous. Do you understand? It's been manipulated in so many different ways. So then I went into another room and the swell started coming with a nice stream of water. Then the cards started flowing down. It was so beautiful, okay? If I can see the star card. And he was leaning on one knee and he was washing the cards. And then he said, now pick up your tarot. It reminds me of the story of Adam and Eve when God said, don't pick the fucking apple on the tree. Or not love too much information and knowledge and you're not understanding the universe. You have to understand the universal love of truth. No, Adam and Eve decided to eat the fucking apple. Eve gave Adam the apple. Yeah, 2 damn extra. That's what I mean. These two don't leave each other alone, man. King of Wands and Queen of Swords, they don't. They don't, man. Even in my dreams, they don't fucking leave each other alone, bruv. He just doesn't. They both as bad as each other. So sometimes I might cuss my masculine, you know. My soul is just as bad as him. Oh my, sometimes I want to cuss her out as well. Left the man alone now. Sometimes I feel like I'm in an arranged marriage. And I'm being forced to talk to this fucking man. I would have went to my grave and I'm not telling her I loved him. I would have been single for the next until I died. I've been single for 13 years. Since me and Adiwali broke up. I've been single ever since. Do you know what I mean? There you go. Yeah, the devil's heartbroken. Didn't we see this already? Yeah, heartbroken. Genevieve now just heartbroken. Yeah, because of this lie, because she's the devil. She's the devil. She was obsessed about our creation when it comes to a fire sign person, an Aquarius person. She played on his abandonmentship issues. She's the devil, man. Good. The devil is heartbroken. Good. Mission completed. Devil's heartbroken. Go and find your daddy. Let him go kill your heart. Remember, walk in love. Yeah, Adam and Eve. Do you know what, you lot? When you get information and knowledge, you got to respect it, man. You got to understand it comes from God. God wants us to create heaven on earth. Heaven on earth, man. But it starts from you. Remember, everything starts from self first. All right? And I'm not going to apologize for raising my voice. This is my channel. If you don't like it, keep strolling. I'm not here for fans or followers. I want gardeners. I want us all to have our own seeds because we all own our own garden that we're responsible for and we're accountable for. So if you don't like my reading or my deliveries, you've got to keep moving, my darlings. All right? That means my spiritual teaching is not for you. I want you to go and find your soul. I might not be that person to help you find the soul. Do you understand? Because the soul is something you can really see. Like a friend, soulmate, friend. Same thing. Same thing. Telepathic communication. Everything happened just like outside of ourselves. All right? Remember, walking love, talking truth. Love you guys. Bye.